Well, hello. Welcome to my home. I'm Dara Bunjon. I'm the food enthusiast on Jaymore Living. And before I forget, I want to remind you that the Jaymore Living magazines are out at 170 different stands around Baltimore City and Baltimore County. So please pick up your free issues. Many of you know me. I've had you in the kitchen. It's been an experience doing this and trying to plan out a program. So let me start with that. I'm going to be doing a cooking demo at the end of this. It's very quick, so quick. And you're going to sit there and you're going to go, I never thought of that. So hang on to your whisk and stay tuned. My first segment is called Yeast of Your Worries. Where is all the yeast? We can't find it. I look on all the cooking pages on Facebook and the friends. I want to bake. I want to do bread. I want to do cinnamon buns. Where is the yeast? I found it for you. Atwaters, which is a great bakery and cafe, also supplies many of the farmers market in Baltimore, the Waverly Market, and all around DC, Arlington, Montgomery County. And what they are doing is you can pre-order yeast, a 1 ounce size. Look at this, 1 ounce yeast, really yeast is available. Yeast, you can get a sourdough starter and you can get flour. And you place your orders between Tuesday at 9 a.m. and by Friday at 9 a.m. for what you want. That link will be below this episode on the Jaymore Living page. And I'm sure Jen is going to be posting some of these. They'll be floating up for you. So, also, Atwaters has advised me that they, hopefully within the next week to 10 days, will be having the yeast, the sourdough, the flour, some of these Bottego things at their stores. So stay tuned, watch their webpage, and you can follow the link. But there is yeast, folks. I actually did some cinnamon buns, a whole dozen of them, and then I gave away 9 of them because who can eat? I'm already big enough as it is. So if you missed out on the cinnamon buns, I might tackle it again. The next episode or segment, let's call what a dilly of a recipe. And dilly, let's talk about dill pickles and pickle juice and brining. Don't throw away your pickle juice. Here are my pickles. I'm going to save the juice. When you brine something, you enhance and put moisture into it. And usually brining combines salt and sugar in a balance in water with seasonings. It's already done for you. So save your pickle juice. I'm not giving you one recipe because there's a number of recipes up on the internet. So just put in pickle juice, brining chicken, and they'll all pop up and see what works for you. I thought this was just so clever. Don't have to go through the brining at all. Before I forget, and very important right now, is that we support the Maryland Food Bank. WMAR-TV is trying to help raise $100,000. The Maryland Food Bank is core to many of the other charities here in town that are feeding people, making sure there are roofs over their head, etc. So it's the Maryland, go to WMAR-TV/MD Food Bank and contribute. Also, I'll bring it up again, Heart of the Park, the parking lot down at the movie theater downtown, every day since this started has been supplying lunch to whomever needs it. They can drive up or walk up, get your little card stamped when you go. These lunches are being prepared by Pierpoint Restaurant, Nancy Longo, who's a friend of mine, and you hear me talk about her quite a bit because she's such a giving soul. So Heart of the Park can use your support, as well as Pierpoint Restaurant, which is Nancy's restaurant, because they are barely making it with what the donations are to cover the staff's salary and to get the food out and their other expenses. So if you can, Pierpoint Restaurant, if you have some couple dollars, that's fine. They're Heart of the Park and Maryland Food Bank. Let's try to help everybody else out there. With being isolated at home, more and more people are cooking. And I've been streaming a lot of different shows, and my favorite right now is Dishing with Julia. It is repeating her series back from like the late 60s, early 70s, but she has celebrity chefs who are watching it. It's an old black and white segment, but they have like Sarah Moulton and Carla Hall watching episodes and making comments. And by watching this, I didn't realize how much she taught us in these episodes. And there's the famous one there with the chickens. They're all lined up from the little teeny one all the way up to the hens. And she pats them and she plays with them, but it's very informative. Also watching and giving commentary is Jose Andres. You have Eric Ripert, Marcus Samuelson, Martha Stewart, Rick Bayless. I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but I'm sorry if I did. Great episodes. That link to PBS called Dishing with Julia is available now underneath the show. I'm just trying to see. Jane Leibowitz, I believe, is watching. So, hello. I had you at Pickle Juice. Great. That's terrific. I'm waiting. I have to get rid of some of my pickles to use up the juice. But you can always repackage them if you want to tackle it now. So, also, a lot of the restaurants that advertise for J. Moore and other ones are doing curbside. So we'd like to support them. The Milton Inn out in Sparks, Maryland is now doing curbside delivery. They also have some Bottega items there, you know, that you might need, handy things. So Milton Inn and Sparks. Classic Catering, who is famous for bringing food to your home, is doing some special work, so check out Classic Catering. Ruth Chris Steakhouse is also doing curbside. And Yesh Hummus and Grill here in Pikesville is also doing curbside or hash delivery. All those links will be behind or underneath the show. Before I forget, Soda Sopa Restaurant, which I mentioned last week, was going to be starting delivery, and their Italian menu is available, but they started a new division called Ciao Pizza. And they're doing more lighter fare up for delivery through all the delivery services like Grubhub and things of that nature. So that is not showing up on the bottom, so I'm going to give it to you right now. It's called Ciao Pizza, CIAO Baltimore.com, and you can check out what they're doing. So it's more than pizzas, it's subs, it can be burrata. Give it a shot. So this show, I'm not going to drag it on too long. It's always great to check in with you. I'm going to take you for a little walk into the kitchen, and we're going to do a recipe right now that's very quick, very simple. And let me just switch this around. There we go. How to make egg drops for egg drop soup. How simple can it be? You need boiling stock. So depending how much you have, 1 egg is what I have here for what I have in the pot that's been stirred. And all you do is pour it in and spin it around. But you can add aromatics to it. I have ginger and ginger slice. I put a big slice of ginger if I want to take it there, and it's easy to pull out. Scallions. And you can use any of your jarred chicken broth or bouillons. And do that, or your homemade stock, or a blend. Want to put frozen vegetables in? You can do that as well. So let's turn this up and get it to a rolling boil, because it's been steaming. This is a bouillon cube, and I'm going to show you how quick this is. All right, egg drop soup, put in some scallions, put in a piece of ginger, and that's as quick as it gets. It's sort of like, I never thought of that. I learned it a long time ago from my aunt, but she put flour and water in it. You don't need to do that. Just whip up your egg. All right, so let me serve some of this. And here we go. Doesn't that look good? Especially because we're going to have some rain here in Baltimore. There we go. So, that's the show for this week. Support as many restaurants as you can. That would be greatly appreciated because that'll keep them here available for you when things get better. And so many are doing so many different things, like La Cochera's has a marketplace. As I said, many of them are acting as a little store. They have some cleaners, they have toilet paper, they have paper towels. Support, check every one of your restaurants. I'm Dara Bunjon. You can contact me with any ideas that you have for next week's episode at food@jmoreliving.com. And also you can find this posted on the Facebook page, Jmore Living, and will be permanently available on jmoreliving.com's webpage. I want you all to stay safe, stay well. May your plates always remain full. I'm Dara Bunjon. Thanks for coming to my kitchen.